Now we're going to talk Module 4 Lesson 4, which is called Slope-Intercept Form. Slope-intercept form is a really useful form for graphing lines. So we're going to kind of do this as a progression so that you can see what's going on. So up until this point, we've just graphed lines, plotting points, and then also we've graphed lines using the intercepts. Now we're going to just do a little bit of a different concept. So we previously graphed this line, 4x minus 5y equals 20, and I graphed it on this line for you, so we're going to read the slope off of this line. So again, I'm going to start here, go here, so I'm going to go up 4, right 5, so the slope is 4/5. Now, let's talk about what the y-intercept of the line is. Well, we can read that off the graph. It's the ordered pair 0, -4. So now we're going to do solving that literal equation thing that we've always done. We're going to solve this equation for y. So here we go. 4x take away 5y is equal to 20. So I'm going to move the 4x over and tuck them right in before the 20. So we will get -5y is equal to -4x plus 20. And I'm going to divide through by -5. So my equation now is y equals -4 divided by -5 is just 4/5 regular, x. 20 divided by -5 is a -4. So what do we notice? That's the last bullet here. Well, the slope is right here, and the y-intercept, which we call b, is right there. So this is the form y equals mx plus b. And you're like, well, there's a minus here. Well, it depends on what the value of b is. I could write that as plus a -4, but it's just not done. So if we solve for y in terms of x, we can read the slope and read the y-intercept right off the equation, so it'll be wicked easy to graph after that. Let's do some more examples. First, we're going to find the slope and the y-intercept, and then we're going to use those to graph the line if possible. And we're going to label each line with its equation. So it's going to be really challenging for me to get all of these lines on this graph, but let's try it anyway. So remember, y equals mx plus b. If y is solved for in terms of x, we can read the slope and read the y-intercept right off the equation. So in this case, y is already solved for, so the slope is equal to 2/3. Good. It's a number. Okay, it's a number. It's a way to get from one point to another. And b is equal to -2, but I prefer to write the order pair 0, -2. All right, so now let's graph this. Yeah, let's. We're going to label our axes. 0, -2 is right here. I'm just going to write -2. And the slope says to do what? Well, from this point, the slope says to go up 2, right 3. So we're going to go up 2, right 3. Ta-da! And there it is. And now I can draw the line and label it. Okay, now let's label it. And it will be labeled as y equals 2/3 x minus 2. Okay, now let's do the next one. The next one is not in slope-intercept form, so we're going to make it to be in slope-intercept form first before we graph. So I'm going to take away 3x from both sides, and I'm going to get 2y is equal to, now I'm going to tuck that -3x in front of the 14 because it's going to make it easier for me to read what the slope is. And then I'm going to divide everything by 2 individually. So I'll get y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 7, because 14 divided by 2 is 7. We always want to leave the slope as a fraction. So we're going to start with the y-intercept, which is positive 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just enough room. I'll write that as 7. And we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3, right 2. 1, 2. Perfect. Connect the points. Label the line. Y equals negative 3 over 2x plus 7. We can label it with the original equation. It doesn't matter. These next two, we have to figure out whether they're horizontal or vertical lines. In this case, y is always negative 2, and x can be anything it wants. So we can graph those 2 points, 0, negative 2, 1, negative 2. So we see that that is going to be a horizontal line, and we can label it y equals negative 2. Then, last but not least on this, we're going to do an xy table again, but x is always 4. Y can be anything it wants, and we can graph the point 4, 0, and 4, 1. So it's a vertical line, and we can label it x is equal to 4. Okay, now we're going to do the last and greatest equation writing. It's very straightforward. I already posted the answers on here, but we're going to write the equation of a line given the slope and the y-intercept. We're going to use the formula y equals mx plus b, and all we have to do is pop in 2 for the m, 3/5 for the b, and then write an equation. So y equals 2x plus 3/5. Same way here. Y is equal to 2/7 x plus 5. We're just filling in because y equals mx plus b. So yay! So now we're finished with the lesson.